The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show. It's Thursday. One more show the rest of the week after today. You're looking live, Tostitos Championship Plaza outside the Ford Center at the Star Frisco. 59 degrees, feels like 58. High today is 72. Low tonight's 41. And we were a little bit late because our
Why are your knuckles all busted up?
that's a long story. I'll tell you.
Wow, man.
Is that why you was missing on Monday?
I chose violence.
Is that why you missing on Monday?
I miss. Yeah.
Like Randy Gregory, huh?
Police. I was walking in. The police was coming out. You got something to tell us?
I'll tell you in a break. It's really not that exciting.
You might as well tell us on air because you know Nate gonna bring it back on air.
That's
so.
true. We had
Jesse, it's supposed to be a white out, not a pink out today. A white out, okay?
wear your white gear tomorrow.
This ain't pink. This
Everybody wear white tomorrow.
What is that?
lavender.
You look nice, Nate.
Yeah.
You look very uncomfortable though.
Yeah, this ain't me. It ain't me.
That's brown. It's very brown.
Yeah.
It's a good color on you though.
Almost a blackout. But anyway. It's
Almost. Yeah, let's wear white. Let's wear white tomorrow. All right.
Cool. Yeah.
You text Moose, by the way, Nate? Sorry.
Say who?
Nope.
Moose.
He's on the show today?
Yeah. Man, you supposed to text him. I sent him your number.
No, I didn't get nothing from you. So you just send me text me his number, and then we'll
let
get
me
it.
get
Next segment.
No, I'm
going
going to get this now. I'm going to get y'all go ahead on. Go ahead on.
You know he can't do two things at once. So
I know, but it's important. It's kind of part of the show today.
That's what he's doing. He's getting his phone now. So, by the way, Chris Arnold was on the show last night.
So y'all didn't talk much.
The first thing that he said was, "I'm not going to talk that much tonight." Guess what?
He talked.
He lied. He didn't talk as much as he did the first show, but he still held it down.
Who was your guest last night?
Thank you, Chris, for joining the show last
He wants
night.
to come on our show.
Does he? Bring him. Bring him. We got, on a day that Jesse's not here because there ain't enough room in the studio for both of them. Ain't enough time. Jim Jeffcoat.
Oh, that's right.
He was great. He was great.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we had I wasn't here.
Yeah,
we had a video shoot. I heard you did a great job hosting the
Hanging
show.
out
Thank
with
you for holding it down for me, Jesse.
He did do a great job.
Jesse ran into his old friend. Did you tell everybody who you ran into yesterday?
A couple of my old friends. Yeah, I told them.
You told him on the show?
Yeah.
So should have a really cool couple of videos coming out the next
Is that
day
a
or two.
social media thing?
Social media and website. Yeah, it's a deal we did for Ford, where Michael Irvin's driving around in one of the new badass Ford Broncos.
Still got those keys?
No, they picked it up today.
Kurt, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So can I tell them the three guests? Well, I told them yesterday, so it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Drew Pearson, DeMarcus Ware, Michael Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think was late?
Michael Irvin.
30 minutes, and then he smoothed through Scott under the bus and said, "I told Scott I had to work till 11. I couldn't be here till 11:30." I told Scott that. Scott's like, he did not say that. He told me he would be here at 11. So, but it's good. I think it's going to be great. Michael drove around in the Bronco with DeMarcus for 30 minutes, and then Drew for 30 minutes, and then we had cameras in the vehicle, and then
Can someone open the door for Nate, please?
yeah, get it for it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt the show.
This is
All
hard.
right.
It's comedy relief right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No problem. That's what we expect from the show. So, welcome back, Nate. So, what time are we having DJ on?
11:45.
11:45.
11:45. We will have Moose Johnston.
We're supposed to have a computer.
Yeah, we
That's
had
tomorrow, right?
We bumped computer to tomorrow. So
Wow, this is what happened when I don't coordinate with Shannon.
I know. So
Right.
good show last night. Jim's a great guest, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Is he still coaching?
Nah, he's
Little kids, he said.
Yeah, little kids. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Tell us.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
Can I tell y'all something? Can I share something?
We
with
waited
y'all?
for you to get here. Now we're waiting on you to
Can
tell
I
us
share something with y'all, man?
We only got 7 more minutes left.
Yeah, but Jess, can I share something?
Yes, please.
Hey, Kurt, can I share something with you?
Please do.
Shannon,
Tell us.
Shannon, can I talk
Absolutely.
to you? Chris, can I get
tell us
35
or
seconds?
you're
Can I
just
get
gonna
35
run
seconds,
You got
Chris?
35
You want to
seconds.
go
Go
ask
ahead.
the security guard out there in the hall?
This is going to be such a
Don't bully
letdown.
me. Don't bully me.
It's going to be such a letdown.
What was I going to
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, O'Shea.
Oh, my God.
What I was going to say?
I might have to reconcile with the station, man, so I can get invited onto the show because y'all be looking like y'all be having some good food up there. I want to just come for the free food.
They take care of us before the show.
Yeah, I just want to come for the free food. I don't really care about being on. I just want to come for the free food.
They have delicious food up there.
Do y'all get to order what y'all want, or they give you a menu?
We don't go all in because they got some expensive stuff like steaks and like $70, $80 steaks. We don't go all in. We usually get like the burger or the hot chicken sandwich. But the guests get whatever they want. And if you're a certain guest, you order stuff to go and you don't ever you double up on the to-go order and you don't get invited back. That's an off-the-air conversation that Nate can bring on the air if he wants to.
Charles Haley, boy. That Charles Haley, he sure will take advantage of something.
Oh, it wasn't Charles.
No, wasn't Charles.
Somebody you might.
The polar opposite of Charles. I'm going to tell y'all something, though, man.
You remember what you were going to tell us?
I'm just excited to be around you guys, man. Y'all finally coming around. Today is Thursday, so now we'll finally start talking about how the Cowboys.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what. I woke up this morning and I had an epiphany.
Hey, what was that?
Because last night on the show,
right.
Sunday night when the games were over, I wanted San Fran. I came in here Monday. I told y'all I wanted San Fran, and then all this week, everyone in this room and out of this room has talked me into they might lose this damn. They ain't losing this game. The Cowboys will not lose this game.
Jesse,
they're going to win this game.
Kurt.
No, I said they'll win.
Wow. Like I say, today is Thursday.
I'm not worried.
Everybody going to spend the last 2 days making sure they get their Cowboy points across when you should have been getting them across Monday.
So as we were walking in, the privilege that we have here, when we're walking into the studio, I mean, of course, the glass windows we're walking by, we can stand out here outside the studio and watch practice. Mm-hmm. And there was something that I witnessed on my way in.
Be careful, Jesse.
No. This is. I wouldn't. But one, the Cowboys are practicing outside today, which is unusual. It's a beautiful day. I see why they come outside, but they're playing at home. They could practice inside and make sure everything is cool. But I noticed that we're January 13th. The Cowboys are in full pads today.
Are they?
They're in full pads today. They have not been in full pads for a very long time.
Yeah.
They're usually in shells, huh?
They're usually in shells.
Sure.
That tells me.
They're trying to get physical.
That just tells me that this football team and from the coaches or whatever, because and we come from different eras, so probably when you guys got to the playoffs, it was still full pads, and when I had opportunities to get to the playoffs later on in the year, it's kind of where you want to back off more so of the full pads because. Just the wear and tear of the body. You're like, man, shoot, I ain't trying to do goal line.
Right.
All this time, They now decided to go full pads 2, 3, what's today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days before the game. Is that somewhat of the physical nature of what everyone has been talking about for the 49ers, offensively and defensively? Is that kind of trickled into the mindset of Mike McCarthy, and he's all of a sudden now trying to, input and insert
It would seem that way.
toughness and physical into his football team?
And it don't matter. You do whatever you have to do in this one and done situation. You're right. And if that is a part of it, so be it. You have to put everything.
But can you
Yes,
insert
you can.
physicality
Yes, you
into a team days before the game?
Yes, you can. This team, they can blame it on being physical, but the teams, I've always said this, and I continue to say, it's a level you have to rise up to mentally as well as physically when you are playing the better teams. And every game that they have lost, besides that Denver debacle in the one following that AFC West, these guys have to understand that it's a way you have to play this game when you're on that level. This week here, I call it the garbage can, garbage, take out the trash week. You know, all the teams that fortunate to get into the playoffs. We'll find out if the Cowboys one of those teams. Fortunate to get in the playoffs because they didn't know how to raise their level of play. You know that's what it's all about, Jesse. Okay, yeah, they physical. That's how they built their team, the 49ers. But you know what? Every team that's in this playoff right now has a certain degree of ability that they can rise to mentally. And that's what this is about. That's why he got them in pass. Fellas, you know what? We finna get after it starting today. We ain't waiting till the game. Now, over the year, he didn't see it that way. But we won 12 games. And I don't think it was because we wasn't a good team. But when you play the physical teams, which were the better teams, check the records. It's a mental mindset, man. And sometimes you have to grow and get experience. These guys, will this be just another growing and learning period, lose the game? Or will this be a growing and learning period where you win against, okay, we got physical. Now we can be something else next week. The 49ers, they weren't known for physical. But when they needed to, they got physical.
Do you think they'll
I'm talking about in my day.
Yeah, will they be physical in practice? Like I know in your day, you guys are going hard in practice.
Yes.
Do they just have pads on and go through the same routine, or will they be physical in practice, you think?
Well, I don't know. And to me, that's a detriment to your football team because now it's almost I'm wearing you down before the actual wearing down will happen on Sunday.
You don't have to stay out there as long. You don't have to stay out there as long because I remember one time we was getting ready to play and Jimmy, Coach Johnston, said, fellas, check this out. We practice an hour and 45 minutes. He said the reason we practice an hour and 45 minutes is because y'all are the majority of the time in full go, full pads. The 49ers practice 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the reason they practice 2 hours and 30 minutes is because they always want up-tempo, always running fast as you can, even the down lineman. They want, but you got off the pads. It's all about how your coach perceives things. And now, they've been having short practices. I don't think they're going to start going any longer than what they usually go, about an hour and 30, hour and 45 minutes. So it's not going to wear them down. If anything, they should be rejuvenated because they done got back 85 guys off the COVID and injured list. So they should be all right, man.
Yeah, but hang on real quick. Nate, would you like to introduce our guest that Chris has on the phone right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Daryl Johnston, you there?
I'm here, Nate. How you doing?
Moose, what's up, baby?
Hey, when did they expand the roster to 85? I didn't know about that.
Huh?
When did they expand the roster to 85? I didn't know that.
Who they got? I didn't know that either. Who expanded it?
85 guys coming.
You just said it.
What did I say? Help me out, Moose. What did I say?
We got 85 guys coming off the COVID list. I didn't know.
Yeah. Stop, Moose. Stop, bro. You starting to act like the old Moose. Stop. Turn it to the announcer, Moose. I don't need this stuff. How you doing, man? This is Daryl Johnston. Great fullback for the Dallas Cowboys, last of a prehistoric breed that is endangered now in the NFL. Glad to have you, Moose
Except
Johnson.
we're seeing one this weekend.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for coming to the show, man.
My pleasure. I'll enjoy catching up and talking football with you, Nate.
I hear you, man. Now, my friend Moose, what are you into right now, quickly? Because he's into a new thing, so I want to get that out there right away. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, we're rebooting the USFL. So, for all of us back, and you
yes,
are a part of the USFL, right?
Right. Tampa Bay Bandits, I think they kept that name.
Tampa Bay Bandits are going to be one of the 8 that we're bringing back. So we're going to bring back the original franchises. Nate Newton was a part of it, Jim Kelly, Reggie White, Steve Young, Herschel Walker. I don't think we're going to have players of that caliber with us, but we're going to have players. It's something that's going to be really exciting. I think we've proven that there's a need for spring football, but also an appetite from the viewer to watch some more football. So we're going to have a little bit later calendar start than the other 2 leagues that try to go in the spring. We got Fox behind us, NBC behind us. Got some really good people working with us, to build this. So I'm really excited about it, and I appreciate you letting me get that in. But the USFL kicks off April of 2022.
Moves, this is Jesse Holly here, and I'm the beggar of the show. And so, since you guys aren't going to have the caliber of the Reggie Whites and the Nate
I know where this is going
of the world, Can I get a tryout? I got some football left in me. I got a little bit of football left in me. I know I'm a little bit older than I was, back then. And if I can't get a tryout to get on one of these teams in this spring league, can I at least do the pre and post game show?
The pre and post we could probably work on, but we can't say older, Jesse. We got to go more mature.
I'm seasoned.
Savvy, more experienced.
Yes.
We can't use the older word. That won't go well.
So that's a no because you dodged the question.
He just dodged.
All right, cool. I got it.
Totally dodged.
I got it.
And Jesse, you would go from a wide receiver to now the way you look, probably a linebacker, maybe even
hybrid tight end.
Maybe
Here we go.
The hybrid tight end.
Right there. I played at about 210. I'm about 230. Thick. About too thick right now.
Wow.
But no, Moose, back to the Cowboys as they gear up for this game against the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know if you heard us as we were coming in, but we were talking about in practice today, the Cowboys are going full pads. And this is something that the Cowboys really haven't done a lot this season. Is that something, from a player's perspective, when you look at that, has something creeped into the mind of the coaches in saying we're going to try to build a physical football team overnight? Or I just need the pads to be on to kind of get a feel for what we're going to face on Sunday? Or, what would your take be on that if you were a player and you found out you guys had full pads today of all days and you hadn't had them really all year?
Yeah, I heard Nate's response where that would have never played in our decision making because we were always in pads. So I think the message being sent to the team is more from a preparation standpoint. Hey, this is one of the more physical running teams in the NFL. If we're going to win this game, we've got to be able to shut down that run. So let's make sure we're going to go out. We're going to practice at a good tempo. We want some collisions, but we want you guys to stay healthy. So we're going to put the pads on. But we've got to do this week because of how San Francisco plays. You're not going to develop a physical mentality overnight. One of the things that everybody talks about when they go up against Dallas in that defense is the speed and the athleticism. They don't really talk about the physicality. So they're going to have to match that with San Francisco. And the best way to do that is to practice that during the course of the week. Now, you're not going to flip a switch, but this is going to give you the best opportunity, with your practice habits during the week to be able to, for the defense to see exactly what it is that San Francisco does because they're so unique in how they run the football. This is not a traditional run game that they're going to go up against. So it's going to be the edges that need to be ready to play. So let's put the pads on and make sure we're setting the edge. It's going to be, corner fill, safeties dropping down. This is something where everybody in the perimeter and in the secondary has to be ready to attack this run game because Kyle Shanahan is outstanding at exploiting the edges.
And Moose, I think you've broadcast a couple of the 49ers games this year. What do you see as far as the Cowboys attacking them? I mean, everybody's been talking about their physicality, but can the Cowboys, use their many options, their many weapons to get around this team and get through them? Yeah,
this is all about the offensive line for Dallas. The way that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have built this team out in San Francisco is from the inside out. Great defensive line, good offensive line, but they've used that fullback, the tight end. You look at the wide receivers that they get; those are great blocking players at that position. So for Dallas to have success offensively, they're going to have to be able to hold up in that offensive line. They can't let Bosa start to become an issue. They can't let those big guys in that defensive line become an issue. So that's going to be the biggest challenge for them. Everybody talks about, this kind of going back to the old style of defense, playing a lot of cover two shells and really kind of stressing offenses to be patient. They're not going to give you something cheap over the top. That's the way that San Francisco is kind of built right now. They've had injuries in the secondary. They're not going to play a lot of man-to-man. They know they won't match up well against Dallas's skill group playing man-to-man. So you're going to see a lot of zone. I think they play, like the sixth most zone defense in the NFL. So they're going to try the patience of Dallas. So that means you're going to have to be able to run the ball effectively. You're going to have to be able to check it down. Take the short to medium routes. It'll be interesting to see how Kellen Moore, designs his plays because you got to take a couple of shots down the field. So when do you sense the opportunity if they're going to pressure with a man coverage scheme? or just by play design. How do you get somebody, down a seam, over the top of one of these safeties? So, but the biggest thing is winning that battle up front and being able to stay patient because you're being productive in the run game.
Moose, a lot of people don't know, but you played all 4 special teams, and we were fortunate enough to have great kickers. What do you think about our special teams, including our kicker?
It reminds me a little bit of what happened in Chicago a couple of years ago, Nate. I can't remember the kicker's name, but we had him late, and he had really, really struggled down the stretch. And, we made the comment during the broadcast that, this is something that Chicago has to address because you just hate to see him get into the playoffs and have, a missed field goal, something that's been troubling them all season long, be the reason why they didn't advance in the playoffs. And that ended up being exactly what happened. They missed an opportunity to go to the championship game because they missed the field goal at the end of the game. And it wasn't a long field goal. It was a makeable field goal. But they missed it. And it was an issue that was there the whole season. It's been an issue all season for Dallas, not just the field goal, but the PAT. And every single point is going to be valuable in this game. This is going to be a tight fit. And Greg Zuerlein is got to be spot on. And it would definitely be a concern of mine, Nate, going into the game, because it's been an issue during the course of the season. And we've seen, the missed field goal, the missed extra point become a huge part of a loss or a huge part of a change in philosophy in the fourth quarter or late in the game because you're chasing points that were missed early on.
Hey, Moose, you mentioned the run game earlier. Dallas seems like they've struggled at times to figure out how to get guys involved, something that the 49ers don't have a problem with Deebo Samuel. They seem to get him the ball, whether it's out of the backfield, receiving, whatever. What part of the offense do you think is a must-have to get going early, get involved? Is it Amari? Is it Zeke? Is it Tony Pollard? Who do they need to get the ball in the hands of on the offense to get this thing rolling early?
I like CeeDee Lamb. I like the energy that CeeDee plays the game with. If you could get some of the jet sweeps or, some of the things that you do creatively to get those types of guys, the really good athletes in space involved in, some of the non-traditional run game, get them on the edge. But like we talked about in that run game in the offensive line, it's going to be important for Ezekiel to get on track early, for Tony to get on track early. They have got to be productive in the traditional run game between the tackles. You don't want to rely on some of the gimmicky runs, but I do think, let's get a jailbreak screen out to CeeDee Lamb real quick in the game and get his energy going. Let's get the ball to him, on a jet sweep or something where we're getting him on the edge in the run game. I love the energy that he plays with. Man, he's a tough kid for being out there in the wide receiver position. I've seen him take some really, really big hits this year, and he just bounces right up. So I love the energy that he brings to the game, and if you can kind of tap into that early, I think it'd be great for Dallas.
Former multiple Super Bowl champion fullback for the Dallas Cowboys, Moose Johnston, hanging out with the boys today. Moose, when you start talking about this is the time of year where a lot of jobs begin to open up. GM jobs, coaching jobs, coordinator jobs, all these jobs begin to open up. And the Cowboys this year, probably when you're talking about Will McClay, because he's in the mix for teams, potentially being GM, and Dan Quinn, head coach, and Kellen Moore, a head coach. Would you consider this playoff run with everything that they have together right now kind of a must-win window? Because this thing may be broken up, with coaches and personnel, people going all over the place. Is this that window that the Cowboys have that they must win in this window this year because they might not have this squad together very, very much longer?
That's very interesting, Jesse.
That's what I do. That's what I do, Moose. I give interesting, thought-provoking questions.
It takes me back. We did a game one season. It was the last game of the regular season. It was the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants, and it was Chip Kelly's last game. And Chip didn't sit anybody. He didn't play young guys. They were out of the playoffs. They were 9-6 coming into the game, and the Philadelphia press was all over him, because he came out and said, "I'm not looking at next year. I'm not looking at these young players who haven't had a lot of playing time in the last game of the regular season. We're going to play the game to win." And his philosophy was, this team has an opportunity to be a 10-win season, to have a 10-win season in the NFL, and that's something to take a lot of pride in. There's a lot of teams that can't do that. That's a milestone when you get to 10 wins. And he goes, this team is not going to be together next year, so it would not be the right thing for me to do to take away their opportunity to be a 10-win season team just because I want to look at young guys. I want to give these guys the opportunity because they've earned it, and they're not going to be together next year to have a 10-win season. So I've always remembered that. So I think you make a great point here. The amount of change that could happen, we all know there's change on the roster, but the amount of change that could happen for this team from a coaching staff position, from a front office position, it's always there, but because of how well they've done this year, especially, what Dan Quinn has done on the defensive side of the ball and the connections that Dan has into some of these teams that have an open position as the head coach, is this the last time that he's going to coach the defense here? So, yeah, all the way through this playoff season, Dallas has to understand this is the last time this group is going to be together, and not just as a roster, as teammates, but also from a coaching staff and from a front office position. There could be substantial change for Dallas.
Moose, thank you so much for joining the show. We know you got to run. We appreciate it. Nate, any last words?
I'll see you next week, man. You know where we going to meet at? Hey, at the Monkey. Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I'll text you about my tryout. I'll text you about my tryout.
And then if it doesn't go well, we'll do some pregame and postgame interview reps, and we'll see how you do.
Yeah,
that.
I'll send you my what you call it for that too. I've been doing pre and postgame for a lot of years
Put
around
him
here.
through the car wash on both sides.
Get us a nice little reel of some of
I'll send you my reel. Don't worry. I'll send you my reel.
All right. Appreciate it, Moose. Thank you for joining the show.
Daryl.
We'll
Thank
be
you
right
very
back.
much.
The second segment on Hanging with the Boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Cowboys Nation, it's playoff time. Get ready to white out AT&T Stadium and cheer the Cowboys on to victory on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, January 15th, 16th, 17th. When they take on the blank at blank PM. For playoff updates, visit DallasCowboys.com/2021 playoffs. Wear your white gear to the game Sunday. Just go cheer them on. We're going to wear ours tomorrow on the show. And Jesse alluded to our very distinguished and special guest that we ran into yesterday, that content. And I don't want to give away what DeMarcus and Michael talked about. And I don't know if they talked. I don't think they talked about this in the car. But I asked DeMarcus about Micah Parsons, and he said he actually met with him recently. And in fact, right before we came on the show, I got an alert that there's a story in USA Today about this. I guess DeMarcus talked about it somewhere. And I asked him what he thought, and he said that you could tell he just was like focused on everything D. Ware had to say and just like listened to everything. And he said he was asking him like, how do you handle this? How do you do this? And DeMarcus said the one thing that he's going to have to avoid throughout his career, he goes, is getting bored. Because getting bored because football's easy to him, right? And I asked him, I said, is football easy? And he's like, he's going to have to. And he said, you know what advice I gave him? On Monday and Tuesday when nobody else is doing anything and you're sitting around your house and everybody else is playing video games or whatever, you get the game install on Monday. Go through the game install Monday and Tuesday, and when you're in meetings the rest of the week when everybody else is asking questions about the install, you already know it.
Yeah.
You look at tendencies. You study tendencies. That's what you need to do. And then he said this, and I wanted to get y'all's take on this. He said, when you notice a guy doing something on film, go up to an offensive lineman. Like if a guy kicks his leg out to the left a little bit when it's a run play, go to Tyron and say, Tyron, at some point during practice, I want you to kick your leg out a little bit to the left and let me see if I notice it or not. And I thought that was like freaking genius. Wow. Like, stay busy, don't get bored, because he's a football guy, Micah, right? Stay busy, don't get bored. Here's what you need to do. And I was like, that's like, because I asked him, I said, he's like got Sean Lee level football IQ. He's like, yeah, 100%. He was like, and I was just like, I was blown away by that. I said, how long did it take you to learn that? And he goes, 3 years. 3 years before I figured it out. And I said, how'd you figure it out? He goes, Greg Ellis. Greg Ellis pulled me to the side and he said, here's what you need to do.
Tar Heel. Just
there you go. There you go.
We've been contributing to this place for a long time.
What are y'all's thoughts on that? I thought, to me, that just, I was like, wow, that's like next level stuff. Like,
no, there isn't. There's so many legends that come through these hallways, right? Some good, some bad, but there are so many. There aren't many that are greater than DeMarcus Ware. Just as a football player, as a person, and as someone who knows how to deliver knowledge. And that's key. Like, can your message resonate with the player? Because I've been in the locker room, I've been on the outside of the locker room, and I've heard legendary type people come through here, and their delivery was off. Yeah. And the way they delivered their message was off, so it turned the player off. And so instead of being able to receive the message or the information because the delivery was off, there was the situation that was missed. And with DeMarcus, man, he is just so damn good at everything. And he's handsome. He's a handsome dude at that. Great skin, man.
He better looking now than he was when he was playing.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude, you still look good. But that is the perfect message you can give a guy from the perfect person to get the message from for Micah Parsons. And because DeMarcus is so willing to give up that information and he's local, it's a text, it's a call. If I'm not understanding anything, I can run by his house, he can run by my house, we can do it together. But that's the kind of dude DeMarcus Ware is. He's the kind of dude that just wants you to have the information. He's saying
there former players that came in and that kind of resonated with you when you were.
I had Michael.
Yeah, that's true.
I had Mike.
How about you, Nate?
Yeah, Mike resonates in a whole lot of different areas.
Yeah, well, we probably don't keep talking about some of them.
But no, like for me, like I had Mike, right? But then I also through the show, I had Bill Bates, and there were many times who I reached out to Bill Bates and asked different questions about special teams and about things like that. I had the great Jody Camillus, who was fantastic at being a coach, and one of the guys that I learned under was Patrick Creighton. So I mean, I had guys who just had a ton of information and was willing to give the information up.
Mike,
go
ahead.
Nate, did you have a guy, or if you want to stay on Mike, that's fine. But I just wonder if you had a guy like that. Former players that helped you out or came in, or
Fred Dean, when I was in the USFL, Tampa Bay Bandits, he played for the Washington Redskins, won the Super Bowl with him, offensive guard. He taught me a whole lot. He taught me a whole lot. Yeah. So everybody got that guy, man. Like Jess said, key word, willing to give up that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I was just going to say, the way Mike and D-Ware are a lot alike because when they give you information, they're very hands-on. They engage you. They touch you. They say, hey, this, and they're not just saying this is the way you do it or this is the way you should do it. This is Chris just sent me this. Thanks for getting DJ on. That was great, Nate.
Thank
we appreciate
you,
that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
From Todd Archer, filed to ESPN, wondering why Will McClay's name has not been on any GM interview list.
I was getting ready to read the same thing as soon as we got a break. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, y'all.
According to multiple sources, he has agreed to a new contract to remain the Cowboys VP of Player Personnel. So there you go. So Cowboys.
He's got the best of both worlds there, doesn't he?
He loves it.
I mean,
here.
he's the de facto GM without all the headaches of the press and
kind of behind the
gets paid
scenes.
like
Was
one,
that your knuckles?
That was.
Jesus. I thought that was a water bottle. You like, jeez. Oh, that gave me, let's go to break. We'll be right back. I'm hanging with the boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching Grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Dak Prescott is our nominee for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award presented by Nationwide, recognizing NFL players for outstanding community service activities off the field and excellence on the field. Help Dak earn a $25,000 donation to his Faith Fight Finish Foundation by voting on Twitter. Tweet hashtag WPMOY Challenge, followed by Prescott through January 17th. Vote Dak. What's for lunch today, Kurt?
So that's all you got out of the Help Faith Fight and all of that?
Mexican food,
Get right.
burrito bowls.
Burrito bowls?
Yeah.
Dang. I love those burrito bowls. I can't have one.
You mean sneaky one?
Sneak me
Oh,
one.
you're fasting.
I could walk in there and get one. I don't need you to sneak me one.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if you got.
You can't sneak on God.
Yeah.
Oh, how long do you fast for?
There's stages to it. So I don't like right now. I'm on. What's today?
Thursday.
The Thursday.
13th.
I'm still on just juiced in water. Last week was 7 days of all water, and I got until Saturday night juice and
Weight
water.
do you drop during this?
Yeah.
I would eat a chair in the middle of this.
Yeah. It was in between like 15 and 20-ish pounds.
What time Saturday night?
Midnight.
What's the first thing you're going to eat?
A salad.
Really?
Yeah, because so next week is fruits and vegetables. So it's water, juice, and fruits and vegetables.
Dang, when do we get to steaks?
Yeah, we don't get the steaks until February.
Really?
Yeah, we don't get to.
You were in a really good mood to like have starved yourself for a week and a half.
I like you guys.
Are you?
I do.
Are you grumpy outside of this room?
I'm not saying I'm grumpy. I just don't have the patience. My patience,
short foolishness.
I think Danny McCray did the same diet.
No, he did his own Survivor. Yeah,
this is his Survivor diet.
Wow.
And it would be a lot easier to do if I knew at the end of it was $1 million potentially.
Yeah,
no doubt. That helps. That helps.
Jeez. All right, we got a couple of minutes. Don't have a whole lot of time to really get into.
What's today?
How big is this signing of McClay? Keeping him? Is that
today's Thursday? Huge.
Yeah.
I think it's huge. I mean, I think our fan base, when your fan base knows who your VP of player personnel is, and they freak out anytime a job opening comes up, I think that tells you everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's done a great job with. They've had some misses, but I mean, everybody's going to miss. But I mean, the guys that they've been able to go get in free agency, I think that's a huge deal. Like some of these guys he's brought in, like J-Ron Curse and guys like that haven't really hit other places, have come here and done really well. And a lot of them you can't afford to keep. And they, Robert Quinn came in one year and had a hell of a year. Now he's breaking records in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I think it's huge.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
He's a good dude too.
Great dude. One of the best.
He has a perfect job.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I'm not because when things go wrong, you still blame Jerry and Steven.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not in that crosshair fire of when things go wrong.
You're behind. You're the second line.
I'm the second line, and I'm getting paid like first line talent. So I'm getting paid like first line talent. I know for a fact, no matter what happens, whether I succeed or I fail, and I know that Will always wants to succeed. If I get fired, there will be a line of jobs for me immediately.
And if you get bored, you can get a head coaching job somewhere.
You don't get bored around here.
No.
You don't get bored around
That's the
here.
other part. That star.
That star,
man.
That is star.
You don't leave.
Because guess what? Eventually, I don't know when, Shannon. I don't know when, Nate. I don't know when, Kurt. But eventually, the lid will be lifted. And there will be another Lombardi added to the 5 that we have sitting upstairs.
Wait, did Jesse Holly just say that live on the air?
There will be another one. I don't know when, but there will be one. There will be one. We're not the Jaguars who probably don't have a chance in hell. Detroit. Houston. We're not the
Admirals.
The Admirals. We're not them. We're not them. We're way more competent than that when it comes to football.
Yeah.
So eventually we're gonna get to that promised land. Who knows? It might happen this year.
Hurry it up because I've been waiting a long time.
Yeah, I know. We all been waiting a long time. But
I honestly thought you had to go to the bathroom.
But
I honestly thought that's what you were
Will
saying.
McClay will be a part of it.
But
I'm just saying I've been waiting a long time for a championship.
But I got a question.
Here.
What you got?
Dude, isn't the Admirals got to be the stupid?
Oh, there we go. That means, you know what? It's time for the end of the show, Kurt.
We're still in,
Come on, man.
Happy birthday to Chris.
Oh, Chris,
Chris,
Beam, happy birthday.
Beam, you Call of Duty, man.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Call of Duty. Happy birthday to you.
Capricorn season is here.
Chris snuck one in on us. Kurt snuck one in on us a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
We got to get better at this birthday thing.
Yeah.
Just check Facebook.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Jesse, good show. Nate, thanks for bringing the heat today with DJ. That was awesome, man. Who you bringing?
Admirals,
Who you
man.
bringing next week? You got to step it up after we
No,
win this
I'm
playoff
bringing
game.
in the GM of the Admirals.
Oh, Lord.
They stupid enough to name themselves. They ought to be stupid enough to
Come on our show.
But you get Will McClay in here next week.
Oh, I'm gonna try to call him.
Yeah, do it.
Look here, man. I want to call a brother Chip in. Can I get that?
The brother chip in. You got to play the brother chip card every now and again.
Chris, happy birthday. Thanks for keeping us on the air. Will, thanks for keeping the live streams
Man,
up.
we can get Quinn, man.
We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to eat Mexican food, except Jesse. See you tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
Mexican water.
Computer tomorrow.
White out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?